Hello, my dear student. Now we will start the first unit, that unit number one, and the name of this unit is VHDL. Now, what is VHDL? What it contain of VHDL, or what is the main important parts of this VHDL? Important contents of VHDL that we can see first. In the content of VHDL, that is unit number one, the contents are VHDL modeling concept, VHDL fundamental, constant, variable, and scalar type classification and expression. Also, we will see the different types of operators that are used in VHDL language. Also, we can see the sequential statement, that is if and case. Also, there is a null and loop, assertion, and a report statement. These are the basic important points which are covered in the unit number 1. And as I already told you, we have unit number 1 and unit number 2, and we will see this unit number 1 and 2 not as per the syllabus, but we will discuss it as per the technical oriented, so that you can clear your basic concept very easily. If you go in a syllabus wise, you get confused little bit. So in place of going in a syllabus wise, we will in a goes in a technical oriented, so that you can clear your basic concept. Okay. Now when you start this unit, so before start this unit, or when you enter in it real world, so your first word is word, okay, VHDL is a language. Now I got it that about VHDL. But this VHDL will be used in where? So before going in that, we have to know very well about a VLSI. That VLSI is a very important term in the technical world, and nowadays this VLSI will be becoming a very important terms. VLSI means very large scale integration. Very large scale integration is a scale to design, to fabricate an integrated circuit. If you have to fabricate any integrated circuit, there are certain scale that you already know, that is SSI. It starts from SSI. SSI means small scale integration. Then after that it comes to MSI, that is medium scale integration. Then it switches to LSI, that is large scale integration. And then VLSI, very large scale integration. So VLSI is a particular branch, it is a particular scale to design or to measure the integrated circuit size. So the VLSI is becoming one technology by which we can design and we can fabricate integrated circuit. As you know that if you think about a past 20 years ago, the size of mobile will be near about a size of one brick. And now today, if you observe the size of one Android mobile having a various operations, various terms, various technology, if you can observe that particular size of mobile, that will be is as small as your hair. So this is happen, or this is possible only because of the VLSI technology. Okay. So this VHDL language will be used in the VLSI technology. Now the next term is important term. Now what is this VHDL? What is VHDL? This VHDL is a acronym. This VHDL is acronym for VHSIC hardware. This HSIC is hardware descriptive language. VHSIC is an acronym for very high speed integrated circuit. Very high speed integrated circuit hardware descriptive language. This is the full form of VHDL. It is a hardware descriptive language that can be used to model a digital system at a many level of abstraction, ranging from algorithm level to the gate level. Now this is to be observed that this language will be continuously matured from algorithm level to the gate level, And the complexity of a digital system being a model could vary from that simple gate to the complete digital electronic system or anything in between. It means this will be measured from input side to the output side. That complete term will get measured. The relay system can also be described hierarchically. Timing can also be explicitly modeled in the same description. The VHDL language can be regarded as the integrated elimination of the following language, that is sequential language, concurrent language, netlist language, timing specification, waveform generation language of VHDL, etc. Now before, therefore the language has construct that enable you to express a concurrent or sequential behavior of a digital system with or without time. It is also allows you to model the system as an interconnection of components. Case waveform can also be generated using the same construct. All the above constructs may be combined to provide a comprehensive description of the system in a single model. The language not only defines the syntax but also defines very clearly simulation similarities for each language, and it's often laborious to write. It inherits many of its features, especially the sequential language part, for the understand. Fortunately, it is possible to quickly assimilate a core subset of the language that is both and easy, simple to understand without learning that more complex feature. The subset is usually sufficient to the model the most application, and the complete language, however, has a sufficient power to capture the description of the most complex chip to complete the electronic system. In this way, this language, this VHDL language, that is very high speed integrated circuit hardware descriptive language, this language will be very much effective, very much concurrent, very much simplex, and it design a very much complex circuit very easily, so that this VHDL language is very important. In next part we will discuss about the how this VHDL language will comes, so that the history of that VHDL language, so that from where it comes and where it goes, right?